Hey, what's going on, guys? It is your good friend Matt back again today, only where I can be, Matt's Wrestling Collectibles, right here on YouTube. And if you are watching this video, I'm not going to get into it later. I'm going to say it right now. If you're watching this video and you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We are rebooting the Matt's Wrestling Collectibles. We've been gone for quite some time, but we're not going to get into all that now. That's all in previous videos. One thing we are going to get into today that we did talk about in a previous video is the Figure Federation and or the E-Federation, which people are doing a lot of today. I know people are using the WWE 2K22 to have E-Federations and make their own rosters and titles and brands and so on and so forth. And I know a few videos back I had said that we were going to do a Figure Federation. At this time, I don't have the time to do that. As much as I would love to be able to do that, obviously we all have jobs, we all do something during the week, and at this current moment, I am just not able to open all these figures, give a review of all of them. A few videos that you guys have already seen, I've done videos where I've actually opened some of these figures and reviewed them. We got to about maybe, I don't know, I'd say maybe about 15 or 20 figures that I had opened, and my collector mindset has hit again, and they are all back in their packages, back up on the wall. So at some point in the future, I will eventually get that Figure Federation going, and there will be a lot of fun with that, and I will definitely let you guys know when it's going to be up and coming. I think it's probably going to be more so around maybe the new year. That's when I think that will start. But as of right now, today, we have a couple of figures that we've got to get into. We've got to review. We've got to talk about. We've got to discuss. So without further ado, in front of you, as you can see, we have two Collector Edition Elites. They are both Walmart exclusives. We've got Elite Series 63 Bob Backlund and Elite Series 70 Gerald Brisco. Just got these in recently. The Bob Backlund, actually, I think a few days ago, but I was waiting for a couple others because I wanted to make this video something more than just a single figure video. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Let's get into these figures. Let's talk about them. Let's see what's the pros, what's the cons, and what's the rating. What is the MWC figure rating at the end of it all? So, without further ado, let's start off with Bob Backlund. So the Bob Backlund figure, one thing that I do like about it and one thing that I don't like about it. I am happy that it came with the Winged Eagle title. I do appreciate always getting a belt, but I kind of wish that we saw him with an older style belt, if maybe even a WWF championship. And I know that that might be a lot to ask for right now with Mattel and with some other things, and not to say that every figure that comes with a title needs to be a person who's held that belt. That usually doesn't bother me. Of course, if it is iconic to a set day, time, place, event, then I completely understand. But I do wish to see an older style belt sooner or later. Even Bruno Sammartino, of course, you know, a much older series, Elite Series 25. And I don't know exactly what Elite Series the superstar Billy Graham was in. I believe that was somewhere in the 70s of the Elite Series. But both figures, again, that I would like to see with an older title. I do believe the Hulk Hogan ringside exclusive may have came with the AWA championship. I'm not 100% sure about that. I'll have to take a double check on that in the future. But would like to see some older titles. Would like to see even possibly maybe some new belts that we haven't seen yet. I know WWE has the rights to so much now at this point. They own so much. They own so many different organizations or brands or logos or just so much that they have acquired over time. So I would love to see something like that in the future. But with this figure, as we can see here, he comes with his entrance robe, and the robe does look nice. I gotta say, it's on there very well. I'm glad that the front is tied up nice. I'm very, very picky about figures like that. Sometimes if I was at a store and happened to see this and the robe looked a little messed up, but it was the only one I could find, I might purchase it, bring it home, open the figure, and reset it to the way that I like to. Similar with The Rock that just came out in the Top Pick series. I like to see the color that is on his trunks. At one point, I had so many different Rock figures when I was collecting way back, from the Mattel Legends all the way up to, obviously Elite Series figures, so on and so forth. So I always loved to have that at least shown in the package where you could see what color the tights were or the attires were. It's always been a big thing for me. So with the Bob Backlund, obviously not being able to see under the robe, not having any of that, I get that. It's the point. It does make sense. But I would love to have a possible one where maybe you get a variant where the robe is off and on the side. I think that would be really cool. But without further ado, as I said, Elite 63, I did say. Elite 63 Bob Backlund Collector's Edition. So as you can see, as on the back, it is a one-off style. There is not the rest of the series with him. It has his credentials and also his accomplishments. But as a figure and as a whole, I really do like this figure. I was happy to be able to get him. I don't think I've had a Bob Backlund figure since the Jakks Classic Superstar days. And just very happy to be able to get another Bob Backlund and now a first Bob Backlund back into the collection. Give you guys a close-up view of him there. And I gotta say, head scan looks good. Of course, this is after the True FX came into play. So the figure looks great. I think it really came out well. It definitely encapsulates the picture that we get on the back, as I've already shown you. So, it definitely matches up with that well as the side of the packaging here. And of course, you've got the Elite logos everywhere. Bottom says Collector's Edition, which I do like when they were doing this. I definitely like that. I know now it's up on the top corner, but or at least the last figure that I've seen, it's still on the top corner. But very happy to be able to get the Bob Backlund Collector's Edition Elite Series 63 into the collection. And I'm sure if they do make another Backlund in the future, maybe we'll get something a bit more out of ring attire. I mean, he used to always wear his button-up shirts with the suspenders and the bow tie. That would be a great figure as well. I'd love to see that. Love to get that. But we're making our way over now to none other than one of the Brisco brothers. And the Brisco name, so famously known through wrestling and through the wrestling world. I'm actually really looking to get, I believe it is Jack Brisco, and I cannot think of the other one's name right now. But they do have Ring of Honor figures made by Figure Toy Company. Used to be the Wrestling Superstore. I mean, it is still technically the Wrestling Superstore. And for years, Figure Toy Company Wrestling Superstore was right here in Cranston, Rhode Island. So I used to go to that store all the time when I was a kid. My mom would bring me there, and that was the place I wanted to be. I don't think there was a week or two, more so than a week or two, that ever went by where I did not wind up at the Wrestling Figure Superstore. So with that being said, like I said, they do have the Ring of Honor figures that they are making now. They are Jakks style bodies. They also have their other series, which is, I think, Legends of Professional Wrestling. They've got some great figures in that as well. They've got New Jack, Jim Cornette, Vince Russo, the Blue Meanie. So many figures that I definitely cannot wait to put into the collection. But that is all for another time. Now we got to focus on Elite 70 Collector's Edition GERALD Brisco. And the thing that I love so much about this is that it is the iconic Stooges era of when he was doing dirty work with Pat Patterson for Vince McMahon. And of course, a great era of wrestling. What a time to be alive. And I'm so grateful that I was able to experience it firsthand. It's so crazy when people talk about eras of wrestling and time of wrestling and where they were when something happened. And it's coming much full circle at this point in my life. Coming up on 30 years old sooner than later, and I have a couple of years before that, but sooner than later we will be there. We will be at the big 3-0, and to think that I was able to see some of this stuff live when it was happening and enjoying it as a kid, it brings back so many memories. So to have this figure in my hand and now in my collection, just one more thing that adds to those memories and to that nostalgia feeling. But we've got GERALD Brisco here. He does come with an extra set of hands. He does come with his defensive mask, his almost military-style mask, SWAT-style mask. I do wish that it came with a nightstick just for the sake of that it would have went well, I believe myself anyway. But I do love the attire. Love that they did this t-shirt. I mean, this is just absolutely incredible. The Briscoe Brothers auto body. I think that's just amazing. I'm so happy that they did that. As well as the Pat Patterson, which I do have coming very soon. That will be in our next video. But the Pat Patterson has the first IC champion t-shirt on, and it says Rio de Janeiro on it as well. So great to be able to see that figure coming out, and I hope that not only do we get figures of them in this time period, but I do hope that they make figures of their peak time period, of their wrestling time period, of when they were really still active. And not to say that Pat Patterson and Gerald Brisco were not still active at that time. They were. They were definitely active. They were on TV on just about a weekly basis, if not a weekly basis. But this is a great figure. Give you a close-up of that. I think the head scan came out very, very well. The figure itself, like I said, looks great. Just, again, such a wonderful thing that they are doing with these collector series. And it's just something that I enjoy seeing. And if I didn't already mention this, both of these figures, the Gerald Brisco and the Bob Backlund, are both Walmart exclusives. So now some of these are Walmart exclusives. Some of them are Target exclusives. I believe some of them might be online exclusives. I'm not 100% sure on that. But very happy that I was able to get these. And of course, as my good man back here, Kyle Peterson, would say, you got to get a deal. What I paid for this figure and what I paid for the Pat Patterson together, I paid less shipped than they're going for right now loose. And that is just, you know, a win in and of itself. Also, by the way, if you haven't checked him out, check out Kyle Peterson on YouTube. I love his channel. I love what he's doing. Obviously, today it is Tuesday, so you know what that means. It is a Jack's Classic Superstars Day, and he is back there reviewing the Dusty Rhodes Polka Dot Edition and the Hulk Hogan, which I believe is the Bash at the Beach Hulk Hogan figure. Two great figures that were kind of like in the sub-classic superstars line. I had both of them as a kid, and many of other classics as well. As everybody knows, you can check that out right here on the channel. I re-uploaded a video from my old YouTube, which was quite some time ago, but that was around the time when I had about 5,000 figures. So to be at almost 150, which we will have a video for that as well, the 150th figure video coming very soon. But to be at almost 150 figures now, and to think that at one point I was at almost 5,000, it is incredible. It is crazy to think that I've sold all that stuff. It is crazy to think that 10 years of Matt's Wrestling Collectibles being an open and operating business, it led me to meet a lot of great people, and I sold a lot of great figures. But this is Gerald Brisco, Elite 70 Collector's Edition, and I did not give you guys the back of the packaging there, so get a good look at that as well. And like I said, I really do love this figure. I think it came out great. Side of the packages as well, looking as only they can. And of course, got the Elite logo. First time in the line as well. I don't know if, yes, the Bob Backlund was first time in the line as well. But first time in the line for Brisco and for Backlund. Two great figures, both collector's editions. But now I have to end this video with the third figure of the figure pickups in this video, in this review. And this one means a lot to me again. Very much my childhood. Very much somebody who I grew up watching through all of their phases, all of their faces, all of their eras, all of their different characters, and that can only really limit it to so many people when you say that. I'm sure a few of you already have an idea of who I'm about to say, but without further ado, we've got Series 62 Elite Dude Love. And Dude Love was such an iconic character. Mick Foley has done so well with all of his gimmicks and all of his characters. One of the few wrestlers who I would really love to meet. I would love to be able to have a conversation with Mick Foley and actually, you know, talk about some of the things he's done over his career. And I'm sure they're all things that have already been answered, documentary after documentary, video after video. But just a real down-to-earth guy. I feel like he is one of those true people that he is a regular person outside of the ring. And for some of these guys, I feel the gimmick has gone to their head. I know that that can happen very easily in a world where you have to live a second life, essentially. But Dude Love, Elite 62. Super excited to be able to put this in my collection, and now let's do a little review here for everybody. So as you can see, he's got his tie-dye headband, his iconic sunglasses, and the tie-dye Dude Love shirt, as only the dude could be so dude-like and Dude Love. So, you know, I'm just very happy, like I said, to get this. The attire is great, especially you get onto the pants there. You know, you've got the Dude Love on the sides, the iconic white boots. Just a great looking figure. I love the head scan, the look of Dude Love, the mouth always open. That tooth missing as always, but that's Foley. That's Foley. You know, you can't have the iconic Mick Foley look without that front tooth being out of there. And just one more sign to the amount of traumatic events that he has put his body through over the years, but just such an amazing man and an amazing guy and wrestler to do what he has done for all of us, to entertain us for years and years to come. And there's so many matches from Mick Foley that you can go back and rewatch, obviously and infamously the Hell in a Cell with The Undertaker, but also too, let me put out that one of my most favorite matches of Mick Foley's is as Cactus Jack. I think the 2000 Royal Rumble with him and Triple H is just such a match that I could watch time and time again. It is amazing. It is an instant classic of a match. I love watching it every chance that I get. I actually might even have to throw that on after this video. I think that's what I'm going to do. But none other than Dude Love, Elite 62. That is the Elite 62. And it is just such, I don't know, it's just such nostalgia to be able to put this into my collection. So I'm very happy to have this. And now, of course, at the end of the video, we've got to do the review. So let's do the review in order, and not just the review, but the ranking. What is the score? So we're going to start off in order. Bob Backlund. I'm going to have to give this figure a Matt's Wrestling Collectibles rating. I'm going to give this figure a 7.8 out of 10. I think it looks great. Happy to get him in the line. Finally, first time in the line figure. Attire looks good. And like I said, the head scan looks great. I think this figure is definitely encapsulating the Bob Backlund-esque of what he was, and I look forward to seeing, hopefully, a future figure of Bob Backlund in the Elite Series as well. So we're going to give him a 7.8 out of 10. Now we've got the Gerald Brisco, and of course, like I said, I think this figure, just the t-shirt, gives me that little extra bump, and for him, I'm going to have to give him an 8.5 out of 10 on the MWC scale. And that is just because, like I said, the shirt is great. It's a great figure. I'm happy that it makes him, you know, look as he was at that time, and as I remember watching him at, you know, most of my youngest times in wrestling, my younger childhood. So we're definitely going to have to go with that as far as the rating on him. I think it's fair. I think it makes sense, and it fits. It's, you know, it goes well with it, and the figure is just a great figure. There's nothing else you can say about it. But that is Gerald Brisco, Elite 70. And now, finally, last but least, we've got Dude Love. The dude, the iconic Dude Love. I love this figure so much, dude. But this right here, I'm going to have to give a 9 out of 10. I think that is the highest score that we've gone so far on the channel. I don't think I've done anything over a 9 yet, so he is still up there. He is in the 9s. Might even just crack into that with a 9.1. Maybe a 9.2, I'm not sure. Shout out to Barstool Sports. One bite, everybody knows the rules. But we're going to go with a 9 out of 10 on this. And that is for the Dude, Elite 62. Elite Series 62. But all right, guys, that is it for me today. This is a longer video than normal, but I'm happy to be with you guys every chance that I can get on YouTube and be out here with you guys on the channel. So as I've said before, and I will say it again, if you've made it this far into the video and you've enjoyed what you've seen, be sure to subscribe to the channel, because we're doing this every couple of days, almost daily at this point if we can. But it's just, you know, like I said, we try to fit it in when we can, and I'm sure you guys are busy as well. So I completely understand that. Sometimes people can't have the time to watch, and sometimes we don't have the time to record. But we had the time today, and now it is time for me to get out of here. So like I said, if you enjoyed this, please subscribe to the channel. Give this video a like. All you have to do is click one button. It is so easy. And please do me a favor, comment down below. Comment and give me this. Who is your favorite Brisco? What is your favorite moment that the Brisco and Pat Patterson duo have had when they were the Stooges? What is your favorite moment from them? And also, too, when it comes down to Dude Love, I want to have everybody sound off in the comments on Dude Love. What is your favorite persona of Mick Foley? Is it Mick Foley himself? Is it Cactus Jack? Is it Mankind? Or is it the Dude Love? So, guys, be safe. Have a good rest of your day. And as always, this is Matt's Wrestling Collectibles signing out. I will see you in the next video. Stay tuned.